to this e-tutorial on how to use Google Meet. This video is a part of the Gen Z lecture series and e-tutorial program. In this video, you will be learning what Google Meet is all about, how to create a Google Meet, how to schedule a Google Meet in a Google Classroom, inviting students to a Google meeting using email, Google Classroom, and WhatsApp. The three modes of presentation available using Google Meet: recording a Google Meet session, turning on captions, two ways of taking attendance, auto-admitting students to a Google Meet, removing and muting students, and leaving a Google meeting. Now, before we begin with a Google Meet on how to create a Google Meet, let us make a few preparations. Most of us will be showing a PowerPoint presentation to our students. We need to set up the slideshow. Go to the slideshow tab on the menu bar. Click on Set up Slideshow. This dialog box will open up. Under Show Type, click on Browse by an Individual window. Then click on OK. Now you are set to show your PowerPoint presentation in Google Meet. The next is displaying WhatsApp on your computer. Go to your browser and type WhatsApp Web. Click on web.whatsapp.com. When the page opens up, it will give you instructions on how to use WhatsApp on your computer. Just follow the instructions. Open WhatsApp on your phone. Tap Menu or the three dots, also known as the hamburger button, and select WhatsApp Web. On your phone, you will get a message, Scan QR code. To use WhatsApp Web, take your phone and point it on the QR code shown on your computer screen. Now let us begin creating a Google meeting. There are several ways in which you can create a Google Meet. One of the ways is logging in to your G Suite account. On the Google homepage, click Sign In. Log in to your G Suite account using your username and password. When you are logged in, click on the Google Apps button and select Meet. The Google Meet homepage opens up. Next, click on Join or Start a Meeting. You will be prompted to enter a meeting code in case you want to join a meeting or a nickname in case you want to start a meeting. However, entering a nickname is optional. Then click on Continue. The Google Meet will get ready. This depends upon the internet bandwidth. By default, your microphone and camera are always turned on. Turn off microphone and camera in order to save up on your bandwidth. To create a meeting, simply click on Join Now. The moment you click on Join Now, you will get this box called Add Others. Here you will be given the meeting link, the phone number, and the meeting code or the PIN. Now, this phone number is a dial-in option only available in the United States and Canada, wherein participants of a Google Meet can join in via phone. You can also add people to a Google Meet by clicking on this plus add people. These people are the contacts that you have in your G Suite account. Another way of creating a Google Meet link is through Google Classroom. So go to your Google homepage, click on the Google Apps button, scroll down and click on Google Classroom. Click on the class in which you want to create the Google meeting. Now in the Classworks tab, click on Google Calendar. To create a Google meeting, simply click on the date on which you want to have this meeting. For example, if I want to have the meeting on the 20th of August, I will click on 20th of August on my calendar. Then I will go and click on Create. I will add a title to my meeting. Then I will add Google Meet video conferencing details. I will also adjust the timing of my meeting depending upon what slot I have chosen for my subject. As you can see, when I'm using my G Suite account, up to 250 participants can be admitted to a Google meeting. I can change the visibility to free on that particular day, and also I will get a notification 10 minutes before my meeting starts. Then I say save. Okay, so this is the second way of creating a Google meeting. The first was by logging into your G Suite account and directly going to Google Meet, and the second way was creating a Google meeting using your Google Classroom. The next point of discussion is how to share your Google meeting with your students. One way of sharing your Google meeting is to click on the meeting and click on this copy conference link to clipboard. The Google meeting link will automatically be copied. If you are sharing Google Meet through WhatsApp, click on the WhatsApp web that you opened on your computer and click on the student whom you want to share the link with. Okay, right click and just say paste. Okay, and then you can send the link to your student. Okay, this is one way of sharing a link. The second way of sharing the link is to go to your Gmail account. Click on Compose. Write in the email address of the student you want to send your Google Meet link to. Right click and say paste. The link will be pasted. These are the steps that you can follow to send a Google Meet link to your students. You can also have an option of schedule send, wherein you can schedule the Google meeting, pick a date and time when you want this mail to go to your students along with the link. Okay, so this is another way of sharing your Google Meet link. Another way of sharing your Google Meet link is by sharing the Google Meet in your classroom. So, in your Google Meet window, or using the same method of copying from the calendar as shown before, I can copy the joining information go to my classroom. In the Stream tab, I can share a message with my class. I can share with them a small note as to the timing and date of my class, and where there is add, I'll click on add, I'll click on link, I'll right click and I will paste my Google Meet link and then say add link. Then I can post this to my students. Now, as you can see, we are already logged into a Google meeting. Let us now go through the different parts of this screen. As we have just seen, on the bottom left of the screen, we have the joining information or information regarding the Google Meet. Then we have the turn on microphone button, the leave call button, and the turn on camera button. Next we have turn on captions. We have present now, which shows us the 3 modes of presentation. We have the hamburger button or the menu button, which shows us the different options such as recording a meeting. On the top right of the screen, we have show everyone. Now the first tab is the people tab, which contains the people that are admitted to a Google meeting. And the second tab is the chat, wherein people can message during the course of a meeting. This is advised in case students have any queries or teachers have any instructions to give during the course of the meeting or a presentation. It is also recommended that you ask the students to write their roll numbers and their name in the chat box the moment they are admitted to a meeting. This serves as attendance. When Google Meet records a meeting, it not only records the video and audio, but also the transcript of the chat box. Now let us see how we can record a Google Meet session. Now this Google Meet recording is only or strictly available only to G Suite users. First, click on the menu button and just say record meeting. Message. You will get a message ask for consent. This message tells you that recording any Google Meet without the consent of all the participants can be illegal. You click on accept and the Google meeting recording will start soon. You will get an indicator here, and if you look at the top left of the screen, when this button turns red, it will indicate that the Google Meet has now started recording. Now let us see how to turn on captions. Now captions is a facility in Google Meet that allows you to convert your speech into text. Let me show you an example. Let me turn on my microphone first and then click on turn on caption. Now let us have a look at the 3 modes of presentation available in Google Meet. The first mode of presentation is presenting your entire screen. When you click on this mode of presentation, you will be able to share your entire screen. Then you are prompted to choose what you would like to share. Click on the screen. When it is highlighted, click on share. Now your students will be able to view your screen. This is especially useful when you are using Microsoft Excel or Microsoft Word or something that you will be typing in real time, or even showing a PDF document. Now my students will be able to see whatever I can see on my screen. When I want to stop presenting, I can immediately say stop presenting by clicking on this green button, or I can say stop sharing by clicking on this button here. So the moment I stop presenting, I come back to my original screen. The second mode of presenting is a window. Now this you will use in case of a PowerPoint presentation. When I click on Presenter window, I will get this dialog box which says Share an Application window. Now as you can see, there are two windows opened up here. One is my Google Chrome window and the other is my PowerPoint presentation. So I will select my PowerPoint presentation window and I will say Share. Automatically, my PowerPoint presentation is opened and I can click on the slideshow button and begin my PowerPoint slideshow. I can explain the contents of my slideshow to my students. The moment I finish explaining or my explanation, I can say stop sharing. Then I go back to my Chrome browser and you can see we are back to the original Google Meet screen. Another way of presenting your screen is presenting a Chrome tab, and this is best when you want to show a YouTube video. Now let us go to YouTube. And click on the video that you want to show your students. Skip the ad if there is one. You can unmute your video and you can pause the video. Go back to your Google Meet screen. Select Present Now, a Chrome tab. Select the YouTube video that you would like to show and click on Share. Automatically, we are directed to the YouTube page on which the video is to be shown. Make your video full screen. Unmute your video and begin playing. The moment we are done with our video, we can say stop and go back to our Google meeting. So these are the three ways of presenting These are the three ways of using Google Meet for a presentation. Okay, now I will show you how to admit a student into Google Meeting. Your students will have received the Google Meet via Google Classroom, WhatsApp or email. Upon receiving the email, they will open it and click on the meeting link. You will get a dialog box stating that someone wants to join the meeting. The name of the student will appear and you have two options to either deny entry or admit. So click on admit. An alternative way of admitting students, especially when you have a large number of students in your class, is using a Google Chrome extension called Meet Auto Admit. Now to download any extension, let us go to Settings. Click on Extensions. To add a new extension, I click on the extensions main menu. Right at the bottom of this main menu, you have Open Chrome Web Store. When I click on it, the Chrome Web Store will show me the various web extensions that I can download. Now, I want to download Google Meet Auto Admit. So simply in the search, I will type Google Meet Auto Admit. Click on Enter. Then I will choose Meet Auto Admit by Laszlo Terray and I will say add it to Chrome. And then I click on add extension in the dialog box that opens. Extension has downloaded. I have to click on this icon to use my extension. Okay, so I click on Google Meet Auto Admit. I have options of switching on and switching off. So the moment I switch on the extension and I want more students to join my meeting, automatically these students will be entered into my Google meeting. I do not have to admit them by clicking on admit every time. Now let us see how to unpin to mute a student in a Google meeting. So I can pin the student to screen if I want to view what the student has to say or maybe what the student is presenting. Now since the student, if the microphone of the student is on and I want to turn it off, I simply click on this mute button. Okay, so I automatically mute the student. The next thing I can do is remove the student from this meeting in case I want to leave the meeting. So remove from meeting. Then you will be prompted, and with this box you will get a message, remove the student from the call. Just say remove and the student will be removed from the meeting.